How's everybody? Good. Oh, come on. Oh, my.
So. So then the original contract, I mean,
Yes.
yeah, but I wouldn't say we're as good. But as far as the funds, we through this one.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Welcome to our call, our council meeting. Today is Monday, July the 21st, 2025. We are here for our council meeting, which was held in Mary Jo Haywood Council Chamber. At this time, Madam Secretary, would you please give us a roll call at this time?
Councilmember Green? Here. Councilman Burley, Mayor Pro Tem.
Here.
Councilman Morgan?
Here.
Councilman Collins?
Here.
Councilman Maples?
Here.
Councilman Palmer?
Here.
Okay, thank you, Mayor, Madam Clerk. At this time, as you can look at the dais right now, everything looks a little different right now. Before we go into our meeting tonight, I would just like to get with our attorney, because there has been a lot of he say, she say, and we don't really actually know. But we're going to let the attorney give us some legal experts on the executive order that was given down to the mayor, and we're going to turn it over into her hands right now. Madam Attorney.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor Pro Tem, and good evening, city council members, and to anyone there who might be listening, whether you're in the room or otherwise. Thank you again, and I'm here to kind of discuss the executive order that was submitted by the governor in relation to the suspension of Mayor Kelvin Owens. And just as a little bit of background, the governor has the authority within the state of Georgia upon the indictment of a public official or a mayor, and also county commissioners and other types of public officials. He has the power to essentially appoint a review commission. And that review commission comes to him by way of the Attorney General. The Attorney General will hand over the indictments to the governor, and the governor shall appoint that review commission that is made up typically of two of the mayors or two of the individuals that are holding the same office as that official, as well as the Attorney General. And that review commission will review such indictment and decide on whether the actions of the individual adversely affect their role in office. And so, of course, on this all started on May 28th, 2025, when Mayor Kelvin Owens was indicted. And then it transitioned into the review commission that began its review on June 2nd. And finally, on July the 17th, the review commission returned a response to the governor, and the governor took action to suspend Mayor Owens from office immediately and without further action, pending final disposition. And what that means is, because I also wanted to provide some clarity to what all this means, is that the mayor is suspended and not vacated. And I hear that that also might be something that might be confusing for everyone. So I just want to get into what it means to be vacated versus suspension. So when we talk about an office being vacated, a public office being vacated, that individual is removed from public office. They no longer hold their title. They no longer hold their role as mayor. This is not the case here. The office of the mayor has not been vacated. The mayor at this point in time is just suspended from office. And as a suspension, if you could again correlate it with maybe school or something like that, right? When you're suspended, you come back. And so with the suspension, it is reversible. A suspension could end upon the final disposition of the case, if the case that is pending against the mayor is overturned, or if there's an acquittal of some sort, and a few other circumstances. So again, this kind of environment and statute that we're in right now is just a suspension of the mayor's office, but it is not a vacate. The office has not been vacated. So I just wanted to clear that up and kind of drive home that the city of Camilla still has a mayor, and the mayor is Kelvin Owens. However, his office at this time is suspended, and he's suspended from office, should I say, and the office has not been vacated. And in the absence of the mayor, as you all can see tonight, the mayor pro tem will serve. The city's charter speaks to what the city should do in terms of replacement in case the mayor is suspended from office. And the city charter speaks to the mayor pro tem filling that role for the unexpired term of the mayor. And so that's how, what you'll see tonight is Mr. Mayor Pro Tem stepping into the role of the mayor and acting as mayor as he is filling the unexpired term of the mayor. And again, until there is action, whether it be a dismissal or an overturn of the mayor's case. So I hope that was clear, and if there are any questions, I'll be willing to answer them.
Hearing no questions, Madam Attorney, thank you for the clarity, and thank you for everything that you do.
Thank you.
We're going to move right along on our agenda for tonight. At this time, we're going to have prayer. Mother Maples, could you lead us in a word of prayer at this time?
Dear Father, thank you. I'm just reading one time, Lord. Thanking you for all the blessings you have given us, Lord. Lord, I'm praying for Camilla, Lord. Let's come together as one. Let's come together as brothers and sisters. Bless our mayor. Bless Mayor Pro Tem. Bless all the throwing guys. In and pray. Amen.
Amen.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you for that prayer, Councilman Maples. At this time, we have Councilman Morgan on the call-in. We just want to put that on record so that we can have that. This is his second time calling in, so we just want to make sure the record is clear on that. And thank you for joining us, Councilman Morgan.
Yes, sir. Good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
All right, going along with the agenda tonight, the approval of the agenda. Did I get a motion to approve the agenda at this time?
So moved.
This time, I think I heard a second. I'd like to make a substitute motion.
Okay, okay, you did. Amen.
Yes, thank you so much. I'd like to make a substitute motion, council, to add a Camilla utility bill credit as an action item for tonight.
Could I get a motion, a second? It has been motion and second. Any discussion?
From where would the funds come? Because I believe we've already designated.
That's correct. The precedent was set in the June meeting, and we're 2024 year in settlement categorization, that resolution.
Yes.
All right, so that has already been approved. Has it not? Is this another one?
No. It's the same thing, but what we're doing is we're just executing
Right. Yes, we're adding that to that.
to that little action item.
So there's a difference in approving it and actually giving it out. But the $100 has already been given out.
No,
That's not.
No, it has not.
No, okay, all right, I'm
We
sorry.
we normally do it, during the month of August, so August is right around the corner, so.
Okay, so this is different from, because it has already been approved, so now we're gonna actually,
We're approving to allocate that
Okay.
money.
all right, thank you. I'm new, I just have to ask, but I remember we had voted on it, so I didn't realize it had not been given out. I was under the impression, so sorry, thank you.
Any other discussion?
That's gonna be $100, is that what you said?
Yes, that's correct.
And what's the total?
Roughly, I think it's right at about 185,000. I think we got 1,800 customers.
That was discussed previously.
Similar, we really didn't allocate it to that exact point, but, we know we have 1,800, citizens that is, on our utility within the city limits.
And when we first allocated, whatever we did the first time, I spoke to, Ms. Shamika about that, and she confirmed that amount, 1,800 customers, and she had already done most of it by hand, I think, so.
And just know that the money is already there, so we just put it in action.
So that, like I said, that's the piece I didn't know about, so thank you for explaining that to me, I sure appreciate it.
Okay. Any other discussion? Okay. Madam Clerk, this will be a roll call vote. Excuse me, to amend the agenda.
Councilmember Green,
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Burley,
Yes.
Councilman Morgan,
Yes.
Councilman Collins,
No.
Councilman Maples,
Yes.
Councilman Palmer,
No.
Motion passed, will be on their agenda for tonight. Thank you, as an action item. All right. Moving on with our agenda for tonight, which will be the approval of our minutes, and we hope that you got a chance to, look over your minutes for May 5th, 2025 work session. Could I get a motion to approve those minutes?
Motion to approve.
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor?
I say yes, vote for me as well.
Okay, thank you. Motion carried, thank you. Also, June the 2nd, 2025, call council meeting. Can I get a motion?
So moved.
All right, any discussion? All right, all those in favor? Councilman Morgan?
Yes.
All right, that motion has been carried as well. June 9th, 2025, council meeting.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor?
Yes, vote for me as well.
All right, that motion has carried as well. Thank you. All right, June the 30th, 2025, call council meeting.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor? Councilman Ward?
Yes, vote.
All right,
Yes.
motion passed. Thank you very much. Now, it's time now for our speaker appearance. And at this time, do we have any speaker appearance? And just note that you do have 3 minutes to express yourself. Please state your name, your address, and we'll carry on from there. Any speaker appearance?
Yes. No, go ahead, please. I'll come right behind you.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
It's great to be here. I'm Charlie Dixon, 80-year citizen of Ministry County. I would like to say, thank y'all for the job we have done. Although you have great opposition at times, but you've done a great job. And I pray to God that your visionary for this growth of this city continue. But I'd just like to say to the people that vote against the positive thing that this city is doing, you're voting against growth and improvement when you have a vote. And when you do things like that against God's will, of the progress is the will of God. When you vote against God's will, vengeance is coming. And to you all that vote against the progress of this city, the vengeance hadn't come to you all because God is waiting for you to change. He gives you a chance to change. He gives you a chance to change. Don't embrace your ways. That's why it doesn't happen to you yet. But time is ending. If you continue to vote the way you vote against God's will for this city, all hell can break loose in your life. That's the word of God. Psalm 35. I've been praying and reading that Psalm daily, that he bring that will against you all that voting against the city and its progress. You didn't vote against the gym being built in 1954, 55, that all you white folk could play in, but we couldn't use that gym. You didn't vote against that. But now we want to put the gym over there, you're voting against that. So all I'm gonna say, war unto you. Your arm too short to box with God.
Amen.
So I'm gonna say it like this. You racist white people, whoever you are, that practice racism, your time is up. A vengeance is coming, says the Lord. Take it easy now.
All right, any other speaker appearance?
Good evening, Council.
Good evening.
My name is Kevin Owens, resident of District 2. And I want to say that at least for the agenda piece this evening, to see that the utility bill credit at least made it to the agenda is extremely encouraging. So obviously, there's a lot happening out of state as it relates to the federal government and potential cuts, the benefits and resources for citizens in general. So obviously, every little bit helps. So in addition to the utility bill credit making it to the agenda, I hope that majority of this council really understands and can appreciate where this $100 credit will be good for all the citizens in this city. So that was good to see. So thank you for that. Council, just wanted to update you real quick. In my role, obviously, as a citizen, in my role as chairman of URA, we just had a meeting just before this meeting. And I would encourage members of the council and from the public that if you ever get an opportunity to come and see one of these URA meetings in progress, it will be a great thing to see, and the work that we're attempting to do here in the city in conjunction with the work of the council. Specifically, council members, one of the things that we had on the agenda tonight for the URA is to ask this council in your T-SPLOS consideration is to move $600,000 from the pavement piece. So you got 2.6 that's in the pavement piece right now. Asking for 600,000 of that to be moved to the airport piece. So the URA manages our airport. And if you're not aware, T-SPLOS, in addition to paving and some of the other road stuff that we do, it also, you can use it for airport construction. And everybody, I know that some, the airport conversation is a little hot and cold, if you will, but please know that the airport, especially during hunting season, is a tremendous benefit, economic-wise, to not only our city, but to our county. So what I would say, Council, and what I'm requesting is that once you get to that agenda item, you give strong consideration to allocating that $600,000 to T-SPLOS to the airport so that we can improve that terminal and improve the overall infrastructure of that airport. So with that, council, I appreciate the opportunity. Thank you.
Mr. Chairman, before you leave the podium.
Yes, sir.
Just have an 8-minute in relation to that as well. Thank you for your service with the URA and the work that it's doing. It's definitely keeping the tempo on pace for all the work that we do have to do in the city of Camilla. Just as it relates to the T-Splosh list overall, just curious, would it be advantageous for the council? Council also please weigh in if we do not list potentially prices for each category. I know from the 2020 T-Splosh account, or I guess the approval of the items that we do, I saw how we kind of limited ourselves with descriptions of what we wanted to do. So could we just have a blanket, keeping the same project list, but just having a blanket list of transportation projects that we'd like to cover in the event that projects exceed some costs and things of that nature?
Sure. If you recall from the previous intergovernment agreement with the cities and the counties, you had the core amount and of what the total proceeds would be for the course of the 5 years. For this T-Splosh 2, the total cost is going to be a little over $4 million. And if you recall from so again, I think that's important, that's 600,000 out of 4 million to be allocated for the airport. But if you recall from the intergovernment agreement, that total projected amount was broken down per category. So even though you may have had multiple categories, you did have an amount set for each category. And the primary reason for that is that if we need to make a change down the road, or when a project is closed out, when it's reached that limit, then you can just move to the next project or transfer that money to another project. So we have, and that number you have right now, council, as you recall, that's the number that I sent to you last week. That is the exact dollar amount that is projected for a 7% increase as equated or calculated by the county. So that 4,100,000 and something is the exact projected amount for T-Splosh 2. And if you look at the percentages and the amounts of each category, that amounts to that exact dollar to the penny. So that was a long way of saying that each project does have to have its own, or recommended at least, its own dollar amount going forward.
Gotcha. Thank you for that clarification.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Council.
All right, thank you, Councilman Morgan, for that question there. Any other speaker appearance for tonight?
Good evening, council.
Good evening.
I'm sorry, Frank, District 1. I just want to make you all on the job when I'm done in District 1. As I would like to say, we stand behind our mayor. To see the city moving forward, but when you have the opposition of moving the city forward, when you have the divided goals, when it shouldn't be that way, it makes it disheartening for the citizens. And as far as the utility credits, I think I can speak on behalf of all of the citizens of Pomona that we thank you. Because with this council, this is the first time in the city's history, I think, that we've noticed or we've seen that this council gives back. To see the different things going on in the city we're grateful for that. All of this division, the hidden agendas, it has to stop. This is an election year for the city council, if I'm not mistaken. Just as you were voted on this council, you can be voted off.
Amen.
Yes.
You know, we African Americans, we are the majority of the city. It's true that a lot of people in District 2 don't vote, but that changes this year. It changes.
Yes.
Because we have our Americans working for our city that has to be put in the hot seat because we have a council that cannot agree. And it's sad. But we have not forgotten how we got to where we are right now. It all started with what was said in a legal vote for a disqualification of a person that was a legal resident. Please know we have not forgotten. We know how it started. And we're gonna get to the root of how it started to solve where we are right now. So let's be understandable. We want you all to understand that we have not forgotten. The marriage is a sacrificial lamb. That's all. Power, greed, money will not tarry in the kingdom of heaven. Just know that. Just like y'all got money, we got money too.
Hallelujah.
We ain't no dummies in the city of Camilla. There's a lot of great people come from the city of Camilla. I'm a proud parent of a dual doctoral person that came from the city of Camilla. A current law student I am, right here from the city of Camilla. So we just want you all to know that we'll serve notice that we have not forgotten. And we will revisit this again. And don't forget, this is annexation week, and we will show up at the poll.
Hallelujah.
All right, any other speaker appearance at this time?
Good evening, Mayor Council.
Bring mine on.
Did now. Good evening, Mayor Council. I'm no stranger here. I don't think. I'm Harrison Edwards. I'm currently a student at Georgia College and State University in Milledgeville, Georgia, where I'm obtaining a degree in political science. And I'm a lifelong resident of Mitchell County, and I did not intend on speaking, so forgive me if I'm a little blank-minded. I've been paying attention to the city for the last 4 years, give or take. And I've prayed for this city. I'll continue to do that. It disappoints me greatly that we're throwing my least favorite word around. I'm not gonna say it hurts my heart, honestly. I shouldn't even say anger, it hurts my heart. It's my prayer that as elected officials sitting around this dais, that each and every one can do your best to bring down the heat in this city. And let's move forward together and not say it's this thing, let's do it together. I don't like pitting one side against the other, that's not who I am. And I think that it would be in the best interest of Mitchell County, not only this city, if we could find a way to bring the temperature of the room down about 500 degrees. Thank you very much.
Thank you. All right, any other speaker appearance at this time? Going once, going twice, going thrice. We're gonna move along with the agenda for tonight. Once again, thank everyone that had a part of this speaker appearance. Thank you for your input. All right, we're gonna go now to our action item for tonight, and our first action item is item A, is the pump station rehabilitation project bid, and we've got our engineer on Stillwater, Mr. Chad, on the line with us tonight, and he's going to give us some information on our rehabilitation pumps. Chad, are you there?
I'm here. Can you hear me, Mayor Pro Tem?
Yes, we hear you.
Great. Thank you for your time this evening. I'll try to summarize this as quickly as possible. Basically, the project that we are doing is rehabilitation of all the pump stations within the city of Camilla. Rehabilitation involves mechanical work, replacing pumps, and also SCADA work that would allow the pump stations to communicate remotely from a master center that would be at the Public Works office, so that those pump stations can be controlled and monitored remotely. So this project is a substantial project because it involves the entire pumping system in the city of Camilla. So what occurred was on July 10th, we had a bid opening, and at that bid opening, we received 3 bids. The lowest bid was from a qualified contractor in the amount of $2,183,635.08. I would assume you You have a bid tab in front of you showing that number. Do you have that?
Yes.
Yes.
Great. All right. So that's the bid number. This project, we have a construction total on this project of $1.7 million in construction. So you see we're over budget on this project. So what we did was I met with City of Camilla officials, and we prioritized 6 stations that we should eliminate from the bid. So 3 of those stations are very tiny pump stations, and 3 other stations are ones that we have done some rehabilitation work on in the past 6 months, and they're actually they're in good working order. So the 6 stations that we are prioritized to take out of the projects are Bennett Street Pump Station, Andrews Station, Tyson Hatchery, Roy Heights, Cochran Street, and Stadium Drive. Those 6 pump stations, when you add those together, a total amount of $679,113.78. So if we remove those 6 stations from the project, our project will move from $2.1 million to $1,504,521.30. So that number, that 1.5, gets us very close to right at $200,000 under budget on the project. So tonight, what we're asking the council to do is to accept the bid at the 2.1 million and allow us to change order the project down to the 1.5 million. I did want to give you a little bit of background information. This project was a total project had a $950,000 of grant funds on it. So the project was overall was 1.9 million, with half of that money being grant funds and the rest being a low interest loan of 1.94%. So tonight, that's what we're asking is you should have a recommendation letter, a notice of award in front of you, and we would ask to move forward on this project just because it is a valuable project. I think the city manager, inner city manager there can tell you there's been a lot of mechanical failures on a lot of these stations, and I think she's seeing bills regularly on them, and we look to try to get all this stuff straight and help to pay for it. About half of it with grant funds.
Okay, Chad, we appreciate that information. And by the way, for the citizens that are here, we are looking at what, 6 stations, 6 pumps, right?
Overall?
Yeah, overall, how many pumps?
Yeah, we're looking at removing 6 pump stations, but keeping 13 total in the project.
Okay, all right. And we currently have how many pumps, stations here?
Most of your stations have 2 pumps in them. So right now you have around 38 pumps in the city.
Okay. All right, thank you. Any discussion or any questions you all, council, you'd like to ask Chad at this time is open?
Chad.
Yes,
What's
sir.
going to be the annual debt service on this loan? I understand part of this is grant, part of it's loan, is that right?
Ms. Cheryl, can you repeat his question so I hear it fully?
He was curious what the debt service would be on the loan. I typically don't receive that information until, I have to request it, and sometimes it's right before we go into pay back those.
Yeah, so it would be $950,000 for 20 years at 1.94%. We could amortize it real quick, but that's what the amount is.
All right, any more questions?
Cheryl, I'll ask this to you, with our current debt service on, according to the budget last year, the, water department, we have over $780,000 a year debt service. And factoring this into that amount, will our, income from the water department service all those debts?
It's my hope that, well, Chad, what is the, expected time of completion for this project? Will it be, is it like a 12-month?
It's 180 days.
6 months?
It's 180 days on this.
So the debt service would be about $57,000 a year.
And it will start, once we complete the project, it's when the debt
That's when it
starts.
starts.
So that's, so it will be the last time.
If, he said 20 years, right?
Yeah.
So that's about $57,000 a year.
And that,
56,17, I said 56,715.
we can cover that with our,
I'll double check, but we haven't projected the revenue yet, but I can double check the list, because we put the budget together now.
So it'll take just a second to see what the difference, but it is your recommendation, Chad, that we pull those 6 off?
Yes, ma'am. Three of these stations are very small stations. And, we threw them in just to see if we would get a really, really good bid and we could add them, but 3 of these stations really don't even need to be in the bid. And the other 3 that I mentioned, we have work done on them, so I feel very confident taking out the stations we're talking about.
Okay, so being new hit on the block, in the fact that we are approving, the $2.1 million bid with the understanding that that's gonna decrease by 6 to 1.5? Okay.
That's right. So what we would do is we go ahead and get all our contract documents and get all those, and then at the notice to proceed, we would not allow him to have, the contractor to have a notice to proceed without him executing the change order of 1.5 to get the project down to 1.5 million, which is well within the budget on the project.
Okay, thank you.
And Chad, if you don't mind, can you speak of the, flow meters that we're gonna have installed, which will kind of help us with some preventive maintenance and hopefully help with some of these pump repairs that we've experienced?
Yeah, so the SCADA system will allow us, we have a SCADA system and we'll have flow meters at every station. We've never had that before, so we can monitor now every station, what the flows are from every station. So we can start to figure out inflow and infiltration that's coming into each of these individual stations. That will allow us to start to kind of specifically go at certain areas of the city that may have a compromised sewer system. We've never been able to do that, and also those flow meters also will allow us to see what the pumps are pumping. And if the pumps start to drop in flow rate, then we can check those pumps immediately and make sure they're not clogged, or make sure that they don't have mechanical failures, so that we don't completely ruin pumps, and we can save these pumps and increase the longevity of all of them. We've never had that ability.
All right. Any other discussion on that? Chad, thank you very much for explaining that the way you did. Very understandable, and we know what we need to do. Okay.
Absolutely.
All right. All right. At this time, I'm going to ask a motion to award the bid for the pump station rehabilitation to Still Waters. Award the bid to H2O Tech LLC based on the bid of $2,183,635.08.
Motion so moved.
Any discussion on that again? Hearing none. All those in favor?
Yes.
All those in favor? All right. All those opposed, same sign. Okay, the motion has passed, and thank you all, council, for that. We're gonna move right along now on our next item on the action item, and this is our T-Swash project. And as you all know, the mayor sent out a list of T-Swash projects, and it was 6 of these projects. And today, we had our URA meeting today, and the chairman there expressed, and also expressed tonight about the airport to do the renovation, and found out we can use T-Swash for that as well. And we were looking at the amount of $600,000 to refurbish or redo the terminal at the airport. And we was looking at item number 2, which was this construction, paving, and resurfacing. The amount there that was kind of designated for that, which was $2.6 million. And we wanted to kind of hope that this council could reconsider using $600,000 to do some enhancement to our airport. And we know now we have been really putting some money out to our airport to make it come lively. And I think this right here will be a great opportunity for us to be able to enhance it with our terminal as they come in.
I don't know if you would like to read to the public what the dollar amounts are, but I do have a suggestion about item number 4.
Transportation.
Yes.
Okay.
I had a conversation, council members today with, Ms. Suzanne Angel at the Regional Commission. And, you know, they are the agency that provides Metro Transit operations currently. And she told me that they could, at no charge to the city, run a proposed route, whatever route we give them, that they would run that for us at no charge first to see if there was a need. And then if the need is there, that there is a very high possibility that they could run the route themselves. And so this whole transportation item of $500,000, we wouldn't have to spend at all. The Regional Commission is willing to take that. So I would like to move that money to the airport and keep the $2.6 million in construction, paving, resurfacing, and drainage. Because with drainage being added to that 2.6 amount, we would be able to take some of the T-Splash money and perhaps help offset these costs where we were talking about borrowing money, or there seems to be a study coming up from York Engineering involving drainage. But I just think that if the Regional Commission is willing to do the transportation aspect, for lack of a better phrase, on their dime, then we would not have to promise that money. And that is my suggestion, is to take item number 5 and make that airport.
Well, hearing you, I appreciate your ideas, but I would like to just keep the transportation piece. In other words, we would like to have a sit-down conversation. I know you talked with her, and we would like to see what we can come up with together in order to make that grow. But I want to kind of keep that transportation piece there. And if we could just slice a little bit from the resurfacing, and kind of, because we still wouldn't have enough from for the airport. It's just, that's only just 500,000.
And we know that the new terminal is going to cost 600,000.
Well, it may not. These are just what we call estimates.
Right. I get
So
that.
even with the resurfacing, it may not even that. What we did.
Well, there's still some money from T-Splash 1 remaining.
Yes. So what we're going to do is these just estimates and just percentage of what we decided here.
In the event that the regional commission is willing to do the transportation at no cost to the city.
Well, I would like to, we would like to have that conversation,
Okay.
you know,
So,
maybe
so
say one thing.
I would just like to say, we have the opportunity to revisit and change that number.
We do.
Because I know that you all are aware, we have to decide this tonight. It's not something that, we're on the time crunch. So, does anybody else have any?
I think that's a good idea, not taking the transportation, because we can talk to them for free. We don't need $500,000 in there and then decide later, but that $500,000 can go a long way toward paying for the, new terminal. So I agree with your suggestion. I think we ought to do that. Take the 500 out of 4 and put it into, the new terminal.
I just like to call a question at this time, Mr. Chair.
I want to make a comment to the fact that, the RDC has been in the transportation business 40+ years, probably as long as they've been in existence. And, they are more or less the local experts on transportation, moving people from point A to point B. And of course, they have providers that do this. And that's not an easy job, it's a very expensive job. And I would trust their expertise over anyone that I know of. And I think this $500,000 public transportation needs to be moved to the airport, which the terminal does need significant upgrades. We do need to do that. And I think that would be a good move. And with the RDC able to do that, and from what we just heard, possibly no cost to the city, that pretty much tells me it's a no-brainer.
All right, but I love the ideas and what you all are saying, and it's almost like you all already had that conversation with them. So, like I said earlier, I feel like we should have that conversation together as a council, and I think that's what we kind of pretty much
Maybe she
agreed.
can come talk to us.
Yes,
What?
that's what we all agreed upon the last time we had the discussion, because Councilman Morgan brought this transportation piece to the council to, try something. So we were supposed to come together and have this conversation, and tonight it's like, y'all have had this conversation, and I don't know.
Well, I would be, I'm all about.
But yeah, Mr. Chair, this problem is.
Okay.
My bad, sorry.
We're gonna go ahead and vote on this matter. All those who are in, like to make a motion to include the airport terminal to the T-Splosh in the amount of $600,000, taking it from item number 2, which is the construction, paving, and resurfacing, and leave that item as a $2 million and put $600,000 into the airport terminal.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All those in favor? Sign of aye.
Yes.
All those opposed, same sign. Motion failed. And we will keep these projects the same as listed. But we will revisit this soon. All right. Thank you. All right, the city, we're gonna move right on our agenda for tonight. Our city managers report at this time, Ms. Sherry.
We got the utility to do a credit.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
And if I could, open this one, Mr. Chair. I think it's important to note that I did not, when I made the motion to amend this item and add it to the agenda, I did not list that price. And so I've heard some conversations about the $100 amount. But it is my intention to have this listed as $150 for this credit. Our chair of the URA made excellent points on issues that are happening on the federal scene that are gonna be coming down, very soon that will impact a lot of people in our community. With the reduction in certain benefits that folks will be receiving, it's gonna be very critical that local communities make sure that they take care of their own. We got back to school coming, school supplies and all of those things, and uniforms and clothes and all the items that our children need. I think it's very critical that we relieve as much of a burden off of our community as possible. So done the math, that'll be roughly $260,000 to $270,000 based on the number of residents that was thrown out today. But I'd like to submit formally that price be $150 for the administration to begin applying to accounts.
Okay, are you forming that as a motion, sir?
That is a motion.
Okay. All right, that motion has been motion and second. All those in favor of,
We have any discussion?
well, oh, yeah, okay. First of all, discussion.
I thought that we had already approved $100. Was it, what was approved? If I'm correct.
Yeah.
That's what I would call it, $100.
Mhm.
When did we approve $100?
Okay, first,
I did not list a price when I made that motion to amend the agenda.
okay, first of all, hold on one second, Councilman Morgan. That motion there was to amend the agenda and add it to the agenda for tonight, right? For the $150, right?
At the beginning of the meeting, it was a motion to add a utility bill credit as an action item. But the motion that was just made was for $150.
For $150.
The discussion, $100.
But I specifically asked the question, had we not already approved that for $100?
Yeah, we approved that, as far as we made that statement, it was gonna be $100. Because it's roughly $185,000 for that. Councilman Morgan.
Now, is this coming from that money?
Yes, from that money that's already.
900?
Yes.
Okay.
If I may, if I can, I'm just asking a very quick question. Councilwoman Kareem, when did, like, I guess the origin of, did we already approve that amount? Where is that coming from exactly?
We sat right here when the money was discussed, we had a vote, because I said, I thought we'd already voted on approving $100, and everybody said, yeah, we had already voted on that, and this is just pushing it out. But
Yeah, if I can, that vote that you're talking about was the allocation of the category. We did not price anything in those categories.
Let's get clarification from the clerk, where are we on this?
Well, I think what happened is when you made the motion to amend the agenda, there was discussion and we spoke of the $100 credit that we had been provided. We didn't amend the agenda to allocate $100 credit to, it was just to add these items to the agenda.
But we had a dollar amount though, total.
Well, I mean, we did, we talked about $100 and then there was 1,800 customers. Coming from the end of the year settlement, I mean, that was part of the discussion, as we leave it as
Page 2 of 5 with our, June 9th.
that.
We discussed it.
Yeah. We discussed
That's what we did the previous year. It was 100.
I think that's what the discussion that came in.
That's where it all started.
What was the vote when we did that?
You voted to amend the agenda to add a utility bill credit.
So we
That was
did
the
not-
first action you took. So now
We
you're.
did not do what you said, we did not specify the amount. I thought it was good deal.
But now this says, on that same page, it says that, at their last meeting, the council decided, how to use the funds. And it says that In May of 2024, the refund was $564,000, was put into the flex account. $941,000 was put in April. Since that time, they have given $100 rebate to all city customers. All right, so according to the minutes of June 9th, the rebate has been given. Is this another one?
I believe that was the 2023 and 7 rebate that we did. This is the 2024 rebate.
Okay, so when was this one given? This where it says, since that time, they have given a $100 rebate. When was that given? Do you know, Sharon?
It's been 4 or 5 months.
That's
I
right.
think it was-
So we just gave them a rebate 4 months ago, and now
4 to 5, I can't remember exactly. I remember working on it.
Yeah,
So-
that's about 4 months ago. 3 months, 4 months.
So now this is 2 in 1 year?
Sounds like.
That's what we've been doing.
Okay, I'm just
We
asking.
normally give one in the first of the summer, and at the latter part of the summer. Because at one time, we gave one big large rebate, which was $300. Okay, from that point on, we started giving like $100, and that equated to 200, yeah, it equated to $200 that particular year.
Okay, so in the past, it's been $100 and $100. All right. Now, my question is, you know, at the last meeting, I brought it to your attention that we have to supplement our power bills to the tune of $200,000 to $250,000 a month as it is. And we've already given a $100 rebate, so this would be, basically a little more than a month of what we're having to pull out of reserves to pay the bill anyway. I've actually got the numbers right here. Since September of 2023, we have taken out 200, 400, 300, 100. It all averages out to the tune of $142,324 per month, but that's including interest, which we now, those accounts have gone from 3 years ago having almost $12 million to most recently like 3.5. So anyway, we are taking money out of these accounts, and I just wonder if we're gonna be able to afford to do that.
Listen, we're not taking anything out of there. All of this money is coming back to us through our rebate.
Right, I
And
understand
that's
that.
how we've been dispensing
But
this
that
because
rebate
it is the
is still, we're still
customers.
spending that same money to the tune of about that amount every month to help pay the bill. So, I would be in support of the $100. I don't know that I would support the $150. If we'd already voted on $100, then I think that we should stick with what we've already voted on.
I've been willing to compromise and go with 100. That's what I thought we'd already agreed on anyway. And if we all bring it up again tonight.
This council can decide on whatever amount we choose to decide. In my intent, as I've stated, we have activities happening on the federal level. Our community is facing economic burdens. And I'm standing by my $150 proposal for this utility credit.
Mr. Martin,
Call the question.
I'm sorry, would you be willing to consider 125? As a compromise?
I would not. I would like it to stick to $150, and Mr. Chair, if you could call the question.
All right, I'd like to make a motion to,
Can this be a roll call vote as well?
it will. Okay, for, the motion is out there right now is for, us to use our utility credit in the amount of $150 to be given back to our citizens of Camilla, the 1,800 customers. Can I get a motion?
There's a motion to approve.
All right, Madam Clerk, this will be a roll call vote.
Councilmember Green,
No.
Councilman Garlick, Mayor Pro Tem,
Yes.
Councilman Morgan,
Yes.
Councilman Collins,
No.
Councilman Maples,
Yes.
Councilman Palmer,
No. Wow.
All right, motion failed. There will be no utility credit given to our citizens.
Wow.
Mr. Rico.
Yes.
Can I just make a comment for a second?
Yes, ma'am. Go ahead, Madam Attorney.
I would, well, one thing I want to say, and it kind of goes to this motion that you all just voted on and the past motion. If the first proposed motion fails, the city council still has an opportunity to put new motions on the floor and new proposals. So, I do, ask that you go back and, look at the T-SPLOST vote. If the first proposed, motion for the T-SPLOST, I think where you were amending, moving some of the money around, failed, you all still, I think, need to, move forward with approving the T-SPLOST project list. But I think that's the purpose of the item, correct? But, again, and again, the same thing goes for this current vote too. If the $150 does not work, there's still an opportunity to propose another amount that, maybe you all can compromise on. But I do want to specifically speak to the T-SPLOST list. If that needs to be approved for this meeting, I would encourage you all to maybe return to that question and possibly, approve the list as it is.
Someone need to make motions for both of those?
I would like to make a motion to amend the agenda to revisit the T-SPLOST list.
Second.
Can we offer a substitute motion at this time?
Yes, go ahead.
I'd like to make a substitute motion, to reconsider the T-SPLOST and the utility bill credit.
Second.
Okay. Okay, we're gonna deal with this last motion first,
Okay,
to revisit the, T-SPLOST and the utility credit.
I'm all for that.
All right, all those in favor?
Yes.
Yes. All right.
Yes.
All right, that motion has been carried, the other motion failed, so we're gonna consider both of these motions here. Okay, first of all, we're gonna go back to our T-SPLOST. We have 6 items here. And as you see, there are bridges, you got construction, sidewalk, construction, maintenance, transportation, pedestrian bicycle improvement, and the intersection of traffic light upgrade. And all of these items came with a percentage of what it will possibly cost. So therefore, I introduced the airport to the agenda as item number 7, item number 7. And the floor is now open for debate or discussion.
All right, so what if we took half of the money from 2, which y'all were asking to take all of it, and then that would be 300,000, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we took 60,000 off of each of the others, and that would fund the 600,000 for the airport, and then it's not taking it all out of one place, it's just taking a little bit out of each of the others, unless someone has another idea.
Can you mention that first, and what would you be taking from 2?
Half of it, from 2, it goes from 2.6 to 2.3. And then the other 5 items to make up the other 300,000, you would divide that evenly among the other 5 items.
So all of the items will be
Reduced by 60,000 in order to put 600,000 into the airport.
I would agree if we could take 300 out of the, construction of paving and resurfacing, and then 300 out of public transportation, that'll give you 600. I leave 300 in, 250 in, public transportation. 200,000, I'm sorry, 200,000.
Yeah. I want to kind of pivot back to the convo with the regional commission, because I too was in some discussion. And I too received that same conversation from Suzanne. And that is the practice that will be piloted now, because they can begin that immediately. So I do not support removing any money out of the public transportation allocation at this time, because this pilot program is really going to build out the infrastructure and knowledge that we need to begin to provide services that we can provide in this community. This T-Splot has been great for us. If we really review at what we allocated since 2020, and that the tempo that this city is going, we can only expect for that price to continue to increase. I look forward to seeing T-Splots 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 at the rate that this city is growing.
So on the chance that they do this pilot, Mr. Porter, like they said that they would, what if they come back and say we don't have a need? Would you be willing to revisit, if we went ahead and did like the original ask was to move the 600 from 2 into airport? And they do what they said they would do, which is at no charge, do a pilot. Would we be willing to revisit reallocating that?
I would say, in the sense that this council still determines what we need to do for the city. But if that helps.
I think that's I'm willing to compromise on that. I don't know how the rest of you feel about that, but it's important to get it through, and and we could always revisit after and they've already said, they told you and me both, or this Angel did, that they'd be willing to help us out with the study. And if for some reason that comes up and there's no need for it, then perhaps we could then reallocate. And I think I could get behind supporting it as it is.
Well, that sounds good as well. I mean, if council
Any other discussion there?
feel that way.
I'll go with that as long as, Mr. Morgan and Mr. Burley and Mr. Maples agree to compromise if, the RDC does not come through with what they say.
If they said there's no need.
That's correct.
Okay.
All right, that's fair. That's fair. Okay, and what was that motion again?
It would be, the original, what we had said is to, or what we had asked was to take number 2, take 600,000 off of number 2 and make it number 7.
Absolutely.
Which is airport. And so that's gonna leave 2 at 2 million. And that's gonna create a new category, number 7, at 600.
That was the original motion.
That's the original motion. And again, with the understanding that.
It doesn't work. You reallocate.
Correct.
Okay, thank you.
And I think that's a very fair.
Okay, council, at this time, we're going to, ascertain that motion. You want to go ahead and state that motion?
I will make a motion to, the original list that was provided to you in your packet. We would amend number 2 and move 600,000 of that to a new category, number 7, under airport, and all others would stay as they are listed.
Okay.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
All right. All those in favor?
Yes.
All right, motion passed unanimously. Thank you, council. All right, we're gonna go back now and revisit the utility credit. And at this time, we're going to put it on the floor again.
I think I heard 125, the last, make a motion for 125.
I'll second.
All right. Motion and for 125, utility credit. It has been motioned and seconded. All those in favor?
Well,
Yes.
Well, first of all, any discussion at this time?
I think that is a fair compromise, and I thank you, Mr. Morgan.
Compromising, y'all, compromising. All right, all those in favor, out of aye?
Yes.
Yes.
Motion has been carried. We now will, you customers, your citizens, you will be receiving your $125 credit, hopefully starting in the month of August. All right, thank you, council. This will now move us down to the agenda item. Thank you, Madam Attorney, for that advice. And now we're going to move to our city manager's report. And Luke?
Okay. We have a gym bid opening, Friday at 11. Here.
We didn't hear.
That's all.
Okay, all right.
We didn't hear.
We're having a gym bidding on Friday.
The opening.
The opening for the,
At 11.
yeah, at 11 o'clock. Bid for the gym. All right, thank you very much for that. City manager, your report? Okay, all right. This now brings us down to the conclusion of our meeting for tonight.
One request.
Yes, go ahead. I was gonna let everybody go
I'm
now.
sorry. I did not mean to interrupt.
Yeah, and this right now brings us down to the conclusion of our meeting for tonight. And at this time, I'm going to go around the dais to ask each council member, do they have anything they would like to say before we conclude this meeting?
I just have a request. We're upcoming, in budget hearings. The first one is in just a few weeks. And I would like to request, that we be given some financial information, regarding that. I know it's coming. But I wanted to just mention what Mitchell County does, and it's something that we might look at in the future. The money that we spend is your money. It's not ours, it's yours. And, I just, the county commissioners have the capacity to, at any moment, they can go online and check the finances of the county, what's been spent. They can't change anything, but if it's like a large expenditure, they can click on it and it'll show the check, how it's cleared, and the invoice that was paid for. And I know that we're probably not set up to do something like that, but I have spoken to two other, we were at a convention last week that y'all all were there, and a lot of cities get monthly expenditure reports, and I have asked before about that as well. So I just would like to, I know we're gonna need whatever we get for budgets, but I would like to see perhaps something in our packet each month that reflects the spending, what's being spent. And I think I've asked for that before, so I just wanted to make that request again.
Okay, thank you for your request. Councilman Morgan, do you have anything you'd like to say?
Yes, sir. Just to the citizens of Camilla, stay focused. That's it. You know.
All right, thank you. Councilman Collins? All right, Councilman Maples? Councilman Palmer? Okay. All right. I'm going to say, for my remarks, it has been an honor tonight to be sitting in this chair. Thank you, council, for dealing with me tonight. Something I'm going to get used to, but at the end of the day, citizens, we appreciate each and every one of you all for coming out tonight. Thank you for your input. Always feel free. This is your city. You always have a voice here in this city, so feel free to come to the council meeting, work session, and voice your concerns to us so that we get, this is how we operate off of you all, okay? Second of all, I would like to say, Pastor Hopkins, I didn't see you when you come in here. You had me all tensed up. I didn't know whether you was here on time or what, but if I overlooked you, I am so sorry. All right. I appreciate your effort in coming here. And once again, could I have a motion to adjourn this meeting? All right, meeting is adjourned. Thank you, citizens.
Thank you.